You do. Do. Good afternoon, Arturo. Arturius, pardon me. Good afternoon, John Marcus. You're trying to scare people for Halloween, I see. And thank you, Lancermain. So anyway, so it's Halloween. I thought I'd do a real quick stream just because it's the last day of the month and all. And give you guys an update on a few things. I'm going to try to tweet out some more stuff, information on things. I can't stream for long because Maxine will be home from school here soon. But want to catch you up on a few things. Dog? See, there's got to be nav mesh problems down here because my dog won't follow me. Come on, the Mojito. Look at him go. Mojito's had too much coffee. Mojito, have you had too much coffee? That is there's no nav mesh. So I was in this town earlier because Cypher Black was asking if he could help test some things, and I gave him a few items, which were deco spawners. I'm not sure what he did with all of them. He had a bunch. He probably scattered them around. Let's see if he put them in here. Alright, the real Mojito. Hold on. Grumpy dog is grumpy. There you go, grumpy dog. Real Mojito. Let's see. There's a player named Patches. That's nice. Let's see where he put the animals. He did have them all running around, like pigs and deer. Some reindeer. Anyways, he was testing them out for me. We found a few problems. We may not push them live. There's a way you could get 2 copies of each one of them to show up. Oh, and thank you very much, Zol. Not to be confused with Fizzle. Thank you very much, Zol, for the raid. And I now have also came in here, I have a problem, which is this was supposed to be bigger. It was supposed to be big enough so you could stand up on there without banging your head. So I will probably double size that, like half, maybe time and a half size that. I'm wondering if somebody else shrunk it down. Oopa the Veil. You like the smaller size? Yeah, see, that's the problem, is now players have them and they have like the smaller size. It's tough. Don't know what to do with them. There is a way I can let you convert them. I'm probably going to do that because I've had some people who requested they want to take their entrance stuff and they want to rip the teleporter off of them. So I'll probably make a few conversion recipes, which is basically kind of the same stuff you do, you know, with some other things, like you just put up the item and a stone chisel or whatever, and it turns it into the different version. Because, yeah, I don't want to force everybody to take a bigger version of these if they can't, if they have the smaller version and like it. No bigger, please. Okay, well, I'll make it if it's bigger, it'll be optional that you can, like, convert it to be bigger. I know some people who have pots want to deco with a big thing. Oop of the Veil, they're scalable, but only the normal plus or minus 20%. Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do, is I need to add a way you guys, I can set variable scale on things. So I can set these so they can go to, like, plus 100%. What do you think about that? Okay, adding that to my list. More scalable. All right. So we just had a quick meeting. Also, to just give you guys an update, I'll tweet about it, because I'm trying to make tweeting the way I do my kind of my daily updates on what's going on with stuff. But we are going to start taking, as we're now in the catnip games, doing things better mode. One of the things that had been completely gone by the wayside, almost completely gone by the wayside, was our CS department. So I now have a CS person that I'm actually meeting with this Saturday to start educating them on how to do stuff, and give her a computer and get her set up on that stuff. But we're going to start taking our CS queue seriously and try to make sure that that gets handled, get caught up. So this is actually a pretty good time for it to happen, which is because desk.com is what we had been using. And let's see, I think they have a countdown on their page. How long until desk.com is gone? I forget, but anyways, it's not long for this world. They're killing that off, so I'm going to have to convert to something else. So this will be trying to save the queue of desk.com. My hair looks flat. Did I have a mask on over my head? I think, I had, the only thing I had was I had a cap, a hat, a warm hat, to take Maxine to the bus stop this morning because it was like 40 degrees out. But I didn't even wear that long because Maxine's head was cold, so I gave it to her. She went as, if you give a mouse a cookie today, they do a dress up day, and they're supposed to wear a costume from one of their favorite characters. And so she went as the mouse with for those who know the kids book, like overall suspenders and mouse ears, and carrying a big foam cookie. But anyways, that's why I had it. But anyways, so desk.com is going away, so I'll be replacing that. But we're going to start taking CS more seriously and try to make it something that we're caught up on stuff continuously, because I know it's one of those things. We were just talking about one of the other things we were looking at adding that will probably delay a little bit, just because we're trying to focus on getting you guys some cool stuff rather than stuff that looks like we're all about money, which is Steam payments. Right now you can't buy anything through Steam, and we need to fix that. So we're just going to add like crown bundles to Steam. It's been started a few times, but it's kind of a painful, annoying task with a lot of failure points that have to be handled. And it's got to talk to the Steam server, and it's got to talk to our web server, and then it's got to talk to the game server. Anyways, we were talking about that because we didn't want to get the Steam stuff up there without having a CS queue, because we know we're going to get some complaints on that stuff. We already get people complain about stuff. The other reason I'm excited to get the CS stuff going is right now, guess who people talk to if they have a problem? So anyway, so it'll help with that, and it'll free up some of my time, which I could desperately use some more time in my life. Ooh, Topiary Dragon Town statue. That's pretty cool. Let's see. It's Halloween. We should be doing Halloween stuff. Let me find some Halloween stuff. Let's see. How about Giant Grim Reaper. We'll do a Giant Grim Reaper. Hey, thank you very much, Waxman. And thank you, Legion of Myth, for the raid as well. We'll start off with this Giant Reaper thing, and then I'll do something else big for the final, the grand finale. Because I'm not going to have much time here. I've only got like 35 minutes or something. Let me get that opened up, and then I will get on to answering some questions and talking some more about some stuff. Nothing super important. What did I buy? Was it Grim Reaper? Whoops, hold on. Close giveaway. Reset. Yes. Okay, now open giveaway. Tricked you. Ha ha ha. All right. Now you can get in. Sorry, I had to reset it. I still had like 140 people on the list from yesterday. So the patch stuff. This is, it is uploading right now. No, me streaming the game is not competing for it with bandwidth. It is almost done uploading the Steam version, but it still has roughly an hour left on the torrent version. So there's a bunch of things we can do to improve this. This has actually been something that's been a headache for me, is how slow our builds are. So I'm going to be working on fixing some of that. Again, we are doing all of our builds in the data center. We used to do them on local machines that were significantly faster. The ones in the data center are kind of... I'm trying to imagine what generation they are. They're Xeons, but they're like 3 gigahertz, but they're DDR3, and they're slow DDR3, and it is on pretty slow controllers, RAID controllers, on pretty slow RAID drives. But still, the thing that is the bottleneck is the single fastest core on the box when we do these builds, and that's what we used to have faster in the old days was, 4.5 gigahertz modern CPUs, i7s on DDR4 versus what's up there, which is 3 gigahertz on slow DDR3, and they don't have a turbo mode. This is actually before turbo, so I'm going to be fixing up some of that because I'd like to get, and if I fix that, I fix the drive stuff. I've been breaking down what's taking up the time. It's one of the things I've been doing today. I didn't tweet about because it's boring, so instead I'll just talk to you guys about it. But anyways, I think I'm going to be able to get the patch, get like the build process down to just a couple hours so we can do... So when we do find something, it's for this type stuff, it's not that bad. This has been an amazingly clean release. But when we do have critical stuff, it's important that we be able to get builds out. We do have ways we can get builds out much quicker, just doing executable builds and no data, or just publishing a patch but no full seed, which is what takes a long time to publish right here, is because we're uploading the patch from previous version to this version. And then we're also uploading the full version of the game, so someone brand new to the game doesn't have to download one version, then patch. We always try to do full versions. But anyways, I'm going to get that stuff sped up significantly. So let's see. I can tell you what's going to be going into this build right here, I guess, real quick, is another thing you guys probably care about. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow morning, the November login reward will be going out. I'm going to turn that on tomorrow morning. Let's see. There's a fix from Wizard Smoke on don't interact with interactive objects on double click when mouse is over UI. Oh, actually, this missed the patch. That'll be in the next one. But that's you double click like on skills or whatever, and you use the thing underneath it. That one is, I think, something people were aware of, but it's causing some other weirdness that'll fix. Another thing that will not make this patch, but will make the next patch, is, let's see, fixed miniature fire elemental issues. Added missing two-handed life effects enchant. And then, let's see, going into this one, there's some... Tartarus will be split into the 2 different levels. I think I mentioned that yesterday, but there'll be what you see there now, the second PvP maze that has some bugs to it, like you can hit your own party members when you're in there. That will be split off into its own level. It'll just be a PvP level that you'll zone into through that same tunnel. It's pretty quick load, and the scene actually runs better just because it's the only thing going on, which you kind of need in there. For those who were curious, I am turning off the ice field on the guys that are in there just because it was a lag problem for some people, and until I can identify why this lags some people's machines and does nothing to others. Again, I think I played yesterday and had like 20 of them on screen while I was showing off things, and it didn't, it dragged it down some, but I had like 20 guys nuking me and me nuking them and fire stuff and the ice things. It wasn't slowing them down that much. But until I can figure out what that is, I'm going to turn off those guys casting the ice field. I also watched Devil Colt fight them last night. He did pretty good. He got killed. He did not complete it, but he did much better than I thought he did. He did have to resort to like running in and out and leading some guys around the corner and fighting those guys and trying to kill those, and then running back and dashing through and hitting a few more and setting up some more ring of fires and stuff like that. But seem to be doing pretty well. And again, those areas are going to get a deco pass, a visual pass by list, probably next release, because we have, this is another important thing to mention, is I believe we're going to shorten, just due to the crazy schedule, the crazy holiday stuff going on. I think we're going to shorten this next release. Are we doing the next release on the 14th? No. I think the next release is on the 21st. Maybe it's on the 14th. But anyways, we're going to have a couple of 3-week releases in a row, I think. Because the next one after that, the December release, will be on the 19th. So, let's see. Yeah, so we'll probably have like a 3-week release and then a 4-week release. But anyways, that's coming up soon. And let's see. Let me get back to looking at things. Oh, but anyways, that's why he's going to be tackling that next release, is because we're having a couple of short releases in a row. So we're going to try to keep this patch cycle short. I am still trying to turn on a few things like Lua doing something in the console, so you guys can at least start loading it and start playing around with it. You can play around with Lua already, just using the Lua compiler stuff. But getting it in game is the thing I'm working on. Let's see, more issues fixed here. Looks like Sanyo fixed an issue where the give vault key to Marlin task marker wasn't going away. Flagged flower arrangements to be pot placeable, as per request of a ton of people. Updated the autocomplete flag for 3 courage-related tasks. Fireplace decos no longer flicker quite as crazily. Despair improvements. That's door work, it sounds like. Let's see, localization stuff updated. List removed party restrictions from Despair Dungeon. Apparently that was only allowing, like you could only do it as a part. I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it's you could only do it as a party, or you can only do it in open mode. Either one of those is annoying. We'd rather let you guys choose. He just had the flag set wrong and didn't know. So let's see. Players can no longer pick up Lucky Nugget if they have already done so. Also, a new player stuck with an extra one can talk to Zen the guard and have it automatically something. Let's see, changed 2 tier 5 ghost to 1 tier 4 ghost, and from 2 tier 5 spiders to 1 tier 5 spiders. It looks like that's in Cast Vault. That's probably a storyline thing that was just too hard. Because again, we try to keep the storyline path so you guys can do it without being super high level or going and getting the best gear and grinding and whatever. We want you to be able to get through that quickly, because it is more about telling a story than it is about can you kill item X, Y, or Z. Kobold Expeditionary Camp Uh, updated quest journal to hint to mention the camp north, not northwest. Necropolis Barrens. Man, Sanya's been busy. Added the tier 15 brown spider. Let's see. Compendium Pain and Suffering. Fawn continues to have... Oh, I can't tell you about that. That's a secret. Has to do with virtue. Let's see. Epitaph. Players can no longer collect a vermilion lens if they've done so. And let's see. Still more. Book of Memorialized Names. Updated with new name. Let's see. Yesterday, I'm trying to check to see when I did this stuff. It looks like that might have been all that went in. Oh, holiday lights now hang much more reliably on exterior walls. Sword of Speed was bumped from 50 to 100 durability. The Tartarus, in addition to the splitting of the one map off from the others to make it a full PvP scene. I did turn off those chests that were in there, but completely unguarded, so you can go get those now if you want to. They were long spawns, I think. Fixed a couple places where there were gaps in the geometry where you could just kind of look through and see out of the world in Tartarus. Whoops. Actually, I accidentally turned those off. Let's see. Solar Flare will do damage again. I know you're looking forward to that. And that's kind of the bigger stuff. Oh, fixed a terrain issue in Verdontis. That was the grassy terrain. So all that stuff will be in the next patch. There's a few other things that I know of that I don't see on there, but that's kind of the short version. And I'm hearing from somebody that Vexlin's Wand of Ember, the fire artifact wand, does not have any enchant. Okay, I'll have to go look at that. I thought I got all those guys in there. I can get those in quick now is the good news. For those who don't know, if we have to define types on things, and when like most of the artifacts had not had their types defined for you guys to be able to enchant or masterwork them. And I don't know what he did with the Cypher Black did with the other animals. There's a bunch of guys in here, a bunch of different types of critters you can spawn. Come on, Mojito. Good dog. Good boy. Alright, so that was a quick rundown, and by quick I mean only took me 15 minutes of the stuff going into this patch. Go to entrance 2, I am told. I don't know where entrance 2 is. Let me... keep up with that, Mojito. Maybe that's entrance 2? Oh, use the sign, he says. No way, I want to walk around. Let me apply buff. That's not entrance 2. Oh, that's nice. It's good. We get a good tour here. I'm supposed to do a tour of, is it Baron's Reach? This is nice. I like the dragons. Elementals? Oh, that's a nice one up there. I like that. Got dragons on every top here. White Rock. So I would have thought it would have had a dragon name. There's a cat, but that's not like the type I gave out. I wonder if you put them over on the island. Let's see. These actually... Oh, there's a cat. Okay, they got to be around here somewhere. The deer that you can put out actually are... They roam quite a bit. He was saying the deer are around here somewhere. As in, like, you put down the... I think I have them right now as a carrot. But you put down the carrot and then they'll roam for like 50 meters or 100 meters. And again, these are just little things so players, if they want to, can deco their town or, you know, kind of populate their town. Alright, well, I never saw the other ones. Sounds like they're around here somewhere. Mojito, can you keep up? You're a greyhound. You're supposed to be fast. Oh, somebody's doing something. Hey, thank you very much, Snugsy1, and thank you very much, Red Hammer. Helps use the sign, discover the entry points. That's no fun. Oh, I did want to show off one thing I thought was really cool here. Was they did a... Like they have docks that go all the way across. Sorry, Mojito, you can't come on the docks. No dogs allowed. Alright, well anyways, he's testing out those for me. Use the signpost. No! That thing? That signpost? Oh, use the signpost that's across the wooden bridge. Come on, buddy. Alright, well I should stop focusing on this and get to actually... Oh, look! Some reindeer! Now that guy's standing right on your carrot. Get off your carrot, buddy. Oh, this is actually something he already told me about that I need to go fix. This is one of the issues that Cypher brought up. Which is they despawn when you get a certain distance away. They'll always spawn even if, you know, you're the only one on the map or whatever. But they despawn and respawn when you go away and come back to them. And when they respawn, they're always standing on their carrot. So I've got to make them. I'm going to make them so they don't, like their respawn distance is much greater, so that they'll wander some. You know, they'll stay wandering. Yeah, Mr. Reindeer. Haha. Take that. But anyways. I made like 11 variations of those things. They still have a few minor issues, but I don't think any of them are probably big enough to block them going out. But let me check. I'm probably not going to have time. Maybe I can do a few questions here. Let me go ahead and do the first giveaway. The wife is calling me. Let me do the first giveaway. I wonder if there's a mailbox over here. You guys ready? I'm gonna go ahead and close. Priorities, man. Wife's calling me. All right, here we go. Zon. That's a name I haven't drawn in a while. Congratulations, Zon. You are going to win... It's not that one. It's a different one. I forget what it looks like. That's right. The mailbox is over here. All right. I'm actually caught up on my mail somehow. Oh, and I need to do John Marks' song. Thanks for reminding me, John. I'm going to sneak it out. I'll surprise him here in a minute. Let's see. Let me pick the next one there. Whoop. Grats to you, Zon. And then for the next one, let's see. The Topiary Dragon. That's a pretty cool one. Let's see. I'll give that one out after looking at all the cool decos in this town. That's a good one. So we'll do that one since it's on sale today. So this is for Topiary Dragon. It can go in a pot, as a pot deco, or as a lot deco. Let me allow entries again. That's now open. And since this is a short stream, I didn't reset it. So if you entered once already, you don't have to enter again. You can do raffle if you want to, if it makes you feel better. Hold on, let me get through a few things here. Suggestion, make any mailbox usable others. I didn't know that they weren't until I was on somebody's property, like, and there's a mailbox, let me use it. Yes, I agree with that. I don't know why you wouldn't have mailboxes usable by anybody. They're kind of, again, that's one of those things we talk about. I keep talking about that's one of the things is catnip games that we're leaning much more towards is quality of life stuff and favoring fun over some aspects of immersion. That's one of the things we were talking about just yesterday was like we had Pancake launch, and that's one of the things that Ravlox brought up was like, why does this deco weigh like X, Y, and Z? You know, that's ridiculous and it's stupidly heavy. And that's one of those things we were kind of favoring the reality modeling of, hey, if you put 200 pounds of ingredients into this thing, it should weigh 200 pounds or something close to that when you're done with it. But then you're modeling stuff for in-town decos, and it's like, there's just not really a good reason for some of those deco things. So there's going to be a lot more looking at things that weigh a lot, that really just, you know, the only time you ever use them is in town. We care about stuff when you're out adventuring. We want to like limit your adventure time without coming back to town for a number of reasons. One, because coming back to town occasionally is important for psychological health. It's important for meeting up with other players. It's kind of part of the gaming loop to give you a break of, you know, making you choose what stuff you're going to carry, so you're not just carrying 10,000 pieces of crap. It also helps reduce what farmers are able to do and what botters are able to do. There's lots of reasons for that. But for deco, like a granite block in town, I know it feels like it should be heavy, but it actually sucks and doesn't serve a purpose being heavy, except that it sucks some of the fun out of the game for those people. Psychological healing or health, yes. But anyways, that was one of the things we were going to be looking at. But yeah, that mailbox usable by anyone is another one of those things. I just don't understand why we have that. I get that, you know, we can set it private or whatever, but mailboxes usable by anyone. Because really, I mean, you could use the mail interface anywhere. We kind of put it at a mailbox, you know, just because if we let you use it anywhere, then you'd be in a dungeon, like mailing crap back to yourself in town. But if you're in a, you know, pod or somebody, you should be able to use other people's. Brass Knuckles says, wanted to buy practice dummy set with tier 10 resistances and armor. I actually, because I think you're one of the people who'd been pointing that out, as I keep getting screenshots. Look at this crazy damage I'm doing, and have to be reminded every time that, okay, well, that's crazy damage attacking a training dummy from behind with a 6 stack with fireflies and, you know, every possible thing going on. So you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, that's having training dummies that actually behave like training or creatures do is probably a good thing. Let's see. training dummies. Got it. And I actually got through quite a few things on this list. You guys always see me typing on this, but for this release, I got through quite a bit. Could Ether Corpians become tameable? Good question. I don't know any reason we couldn't. Right now, we've got 3 or 4 creatures in the backlog that we want to make tameable, including unicorns and nightmares. So maybe we can get to that one when we do that as well. Griffler, considering you cannot find these Deco Anos, would you consider increasing the amount that they spawn? So each one, it's basically you place a carrot and it spawns a creature. Or a bowl of food, bowl of milk for the kitties, and it spawns, kitty. So we're not going to have them count. I'm not planning on having them count as NPC slots. I'm going to do some more testing on them, but they'll just count as a pot deco. So you could have quite a few of them, and we're not planning on making them stupid expensive. Again, several of them will be in-game, at least like 3 of them or something will be in-game that you can just find or make in-game. Buy off a merchant in-game for, a large chunk of gold or something. And then some of the cooler looking ones will be stuff that go in the store. But we'll keep those reasonably priced. They're not going to be like $40 or anything. They'll be like 3 or 5 or something. Because again, it's only, 1 reindeer or 1 cat. Let's see. And again, that's not my category, but I'll make sure that happens because, some of the stuff, like, I'm still mannequins, like, still bothering me. Hey, thank you very much, Krasny. Oh, and thank you, John Marcus and Lance Lancermain. Oh, I gotta surprise him, John. Let's see, did Lancer sent you mail in regards to bundles? Oh yeah, and this is... So I'm doing the other thing, which is I haven't been keeping up with my bits. Giving away bits. I will definitely give away bit cloaks for these people. I'll check it at the end of the stream. I don't think it'll change any, but I'll go ahead and snapshot it right now just to make sure I have it. Resets in less than a day. But let's see. Let me get back to my questions there. Oh, and let's see. I talked about the CS stuff. Gave out 1 prize. I got to do another prize here in a minute. Warp Spider's another one on the list of tameable creatures. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'll get to the important questions here. Lancermain says, "What are you and the princess dressing up for as Halloween?" I have a. I'll post pictures on Twitter or something, but I have. I guess this is only the second time, but I have a blow up one of those outfits that has like a fan that blows up, that makes it look like it has like the little fake legs that come off the side. You can't actually see it. It has like fake legs come off the side, and then it has a dinosaur that's like an inflatable dinosaur, so you look like a little man riding a dinosaur. So that's what I go as, but I usually stay home to do the candy. Maxine is, today she dressed up for school as, if you give a mouse a cookie, the mouse in that, she has like overalls and a brown t-shirt and a big cookie and mouse ears and a mouse tail. But I think she's going as Elsa tonight. I know, it's not very original, but... Let's see, what other stuff? Oh, I need to... Let's see, hold on, important stuff here. I don't know that one well enough. the important stuff here. I'll do this one just because I know it well enough. I just saw Taiki. Don't know if Taiki's out there or not. Taiki did this one just recently. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you can have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I had someone suggest I start singing songs by people who weren't good singers anyways. Not saying Johnny Cash was a good singer, but he was all about like emotion and feeling and getting that into the song. You didn't have the best voice, but there were also other things that came up. So they suggested I sing Oasis and Lord, which that's no range, no pitch. I'll look into those soon. I just haven't listened to any of that lately. Let's see. Vinatrix Lacus. Are you going to post the patch notes to the website? Yes, I will as soon as the patch finishes, which should be fairly soon. I haven't looked to see exactly where it's at. Let me check. Let's see. It's uploaded the Linux version. It's working on the OS X version. So looks like it's more than halfway done. So probably another 30 minutes or so, and it'll be done. Actually, after that, I'll wait for probably another 30 minutes or so for it to seed out all the patches, all the seed boxes out there, and then I'll click the button. Oh, there's the wife again. Ignore. She knows if I'm streaming, I won't answer the phone. She's calling because she's on the way home and she's bored. Let's see. Fubru, do we have Lua access yet? No, I did not add Lua access for this. I am going to get that out in a patch where I will be adding. I'm not entirely sure how what I'm gonna give you access to for this one. I'll give you access to Lotus script. I'll give you access to probably have a heartbeat function, which will be something where it'll get called maybe every frame. I might follow some of Unity's model of there's a update and then there's a timed tick, so you can have one that gets a call every 10th of a second or something like that, and one that gets called every frame. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get the feed into it for the chat stuff yet. But anyways, I will get something in there so you guys can start poking around with it. It's not promised until the end of the year, but I want to get it out there because I want by the end of the year you guys to be able to be doing some cool stuff. So hopefully next release I'll have most of the stuff hooked up to it that I wanted in there. I'm also shooting for next release. My other big thing I'm doing for next release is I won't be spending much time on Tartarus. That's handing that off to List. But I will be spending a fair amount of time working on the GM commands and getting that set up for you guys. So maybe R72, as early as R72, I'll be able to assign some people as GMs. The way I'm planning on that working is you have a character. I'll give you a flag. I'll put a flag on that account that says you're valid. and then I will give it's kind of two-factor authentication type stuff. That's so the server knows who you are and what you are and who's legit. And then I'll give you potions. If you're running events, I'll give you an appropriate number of potions, and you'll drink the potion. It'll basically activate your GM power for some amount of time. That way, it's not a always-on type thing. I will still need to flag you on the server so the server can both verify and log what's going on. So it'll be both. You need both parts: the flag on the account and then also a potion. That way, the potion is so I can control it, so you're not, woohoo, I'm a GM all the time, and so I don't have to, constantly remember to turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, or whatever. But that is the plan. And then you'll just ask any dev or mail me or whatever, and I can mail you a couple of potions. So if you're planning on doing a series like, I know the Black Sail stuff was like 3 or 4 different events, but I'll probably flag some people for that. I would have flagged a few people in case I wanted to have like 2 people running the event, and then give out 8 potions to them or whatever so that they can reset it. Because I'll make the potions last like 4 hours. Let's see. Yeah, I should sing some Elvis too. Oh yeah, Zol, I forgot to tell people about your dressing up for Halloween. You guys should go check out Zol. If you're on when I get off here, actually now, I'll go get on there and I'll give you a raid so I can get you started with some good number of people. All right, let me do the second handout prize. Let me do the second prize, and then I gotta run, get a baby, and start my second round of decoing for my yard. We had rain yesterday and the day before, so I didn't put up a lot of our Halloween decorations because there's stuff that can get wet. Can't get wet. I mean, anything can get wet. This is stuff that it got wet, it would ruin it. You know what I mean. All right, you guys about ready? Hashtag handout, yeah. Here we go. No, not toilet paper. Toilet paper. All right, I'm just picking the winner. Zach Zaris. Yeah. Let's see. I like the easy ones. And that's for the giant topiary. If I can spell topiary. There we go. Enjoy. All right, that has been sent. So I didn't put it up there. Oh, Ragnarok is doing something to make me happy there. Thank you. Can you do a tour of my pot? Yeah, let me. I won't do it now, but I'll leave myself parked in there. So I know to go do a tour next time I'm on, which will probably be tomorrow. I'll probably do the pre-stream, and I always, as you guys know, when I do the stream stuff on Friday, I'm usually driving and I start in somebody's town and I'll walk around and do it. So I'll leave myself parked in your town. Oh, it's a nice snowy town. A perfect winter town. Oh, sweet. Nice. Yeah. Oh, I like it already. This feels like a town that someone named Ragnar Lodbrok would own. I don't know if that sounds like a snowy name. Viking. The Viking Ragnar. Zach Zaris, it has been sent to you. Let me get on Twitch and go do the thing. Hold on. Again, the patch will be out within probably... No... Echo. It is in the final parts of the uploading right now. But then it still has to seed out to the seed boxes, to all the seed boxes out there. Otherwise, everybody just gets bogged down. I'll tell you what, I'll wait until the patch part of it gets out. The patches go pretty quick. It's the big things that take longer, the full downloads. So I'll start that sooner. So maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Let's see. House of Mangar. I promised you a raid, and a raid you shall get. Since you are actually doing some Halloween stuff today. Again, I'll try and get some tweets out here to talk, just to let some people know some of the big points I talked about today or in today's stream so that they don't have to come watch the hour-long stream. And guys, glad the release is going pretty well, and sorry this patch has taken so long to get out there. Again, Catnip Games is going to be focusing a lot on improving our CS stuff. So you can look forward to that actually having a support group that'll respond to you. How about that? Wouldn't that be crazy? But I think things are going pretty well so far with the release, and not too many big issues. The issue of picking up a lot, I forget if it's a lot or a lot marker, that one's already been fixed as well. That's another one that somebody reported. I saw there's another issue I had that was causing an exception where it'd make me lose an item temporarily. Like if I dragged it off me, it wouldn't show back up in my inventory until I reloaded the scene. I think that's been fixed. There's a couple other things that have been fixed in there as well. But again, patch will be coming out shortly. Looking pretty clean. And you guys go have a great Halloween. Thanks, and let's go raid. See you guys. Oh, let me take a snapshot of that that thing. Got it. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8. It's going to raid for me automatically. I don't even have to do anything. 7, 6, 5. Guys, thank you so much, and have a good Halloween. Let's go raid.